What's going on, guys, and welcome back. This is episode 21 and could possibly be the last episode of this season. I've got my fingers crossed. I hope it's not the last episode like last season. We really want to make it this year. It's very, 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 very tight. As you can see on the left here, there is an 8-point gap between second and 10th. I mean, certainly I don't consider Preston to be in the running, but certainly for the playoffs, they could be. They're only 3 points behind Swansea. I think we can consider West Brom and down to Preston as the teams in the run for the playoffs, and it's going to be very, very tight. That is an incredible 8 teams involved for the playoffs. 8 teams, 3, 4, 7 teams in for the playoffs. It's very, 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 very tight. We've got Brentford next away. Brentford are down in 16th. Then we've got Sunderland at home, who are also in the running for the playoffs. It's so tight, it's unbelievable. We've had some bad form against the lower league teams. We're going to quickly jump into the schedule and see what we've done since the last episode against Villa. So the last episode against Villa, we won 2-1. Madison Noidam getting the victory for us. We played Bolton away and we drew 2-2. It's been a bit of a theme for us. We've beaten a team we maybe not necessarily expect to beat, and then we've lost against a side we would have expected to beat. Say Derby, for example, has happened. Forest after that win against Charlton. When we had the 9-game winning streak back up here, we lost to Preston. We wouldn't expect to lose, and wouldn't expect to draw against Wigan either. So I'm going to make a slight little tweak to the tactic for the Brentford game today. I don't like to make these tweaks. That always seems to mess up. I'm going to switch to balanced. I'm going to bring the defensive lines back a little bit and also the attacking line back a little bit. So we are getting a lot of offsides, so I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to get stuck in off, and I think that's all we're going to do. We might even go attacking width to standard. Seeing now, is this too much? I think we're going to leave it like that for now. We want to bring the familiarity, but I can't say the word. Don't want to bring it down too much. We've got Pedro Empis back. He's not quite fully fit yet. He is match sharp with a maximum of 45 minutes of action. Kenlock scored 2 goals recently. For that reason, I'm going to start Kenlock at left back and Empis can bring on in the second half. We've got some players come back. Downs is back now, and Dazelle has come back. But we still have Herbie Kane missing through suspension. He'll be back for the next game against Sunderland, which is great news for us. Mitch Clark and Fernando Fonseca also missing for today's game and will be missing for the Sunderland game. However, if we make the playoffs, these 2 players will be back and they will be very much needed. So the starting lineup we're going for today is Bialkowski in goal. On the back 4, Kenlock, Shotton, Watmore and Walker-Peters. Midfield, we've got Giselle and Downs, and up front we have Wellington, Brown, Madison and Villami. Villami's now scored a whopping 29 goals this year. He's on track to get the 30 goal mark. Fantastic he makes it. Brown has been playing fantastic in this centre midfield role. He's a player who I would love to be able to sign. He's done very, very well, but at 1.5 million, and I mean, if you look at our finances, we're currently 1.1 million in the red. We're projected to finish 2.37 million at the end of next season. I mean, this balance, the steer rate is going to go up as if we make it to the Premiership now. If we don't make it to the Premiership, then likelihood is some of these players are going to have to be sold on. I mean, a couple of our youngsters now are really worth some millions. We could get a big chunk of money for these players if we decide to sell them. Please, guys, let me know if we don't make it to the Premiership this season. Would you still like to see this series continue? I mean, I am definitely still up for continuing it. You know, if you consider the fact that I am using a lot of youngsters, I think we are doing very well at the moment. If we hadn't have concentrated on the youngsters and we used the team we had from the beginning, based on how we started the first season, I think we would have got promoted the first season. But this is I plan for this to be a long-term save, and bringing through these youngsters, I mean, we could turn into a bit of a feeder club if we don't make promotion. But I do want to keep going. Please let me know in the comments, if we don't make it, do I continue? Let me know. I appreciate it so much. So the starting lineup for Brentford today: Bentley's in goal. Along the back 4 they have Henry, Jean-Pierre, Mifam, Konsa. And in midfield they have McEachran and Mkocho. Up front they have Judge, Macondes, Clark and Mupai. So we've got the pitch ready, we've got all everything's ready. We've got the latest scores here, the league table It's down here. I've only put in view the positions where we could end up finishing under the teams that are in contention for the playoffs. If we go to updates, we can select the games you want updates for. So we don't need updates for today's game. Obviously, we are watching the game, so it doesn't really matter. We need updates for the West Brom game. West Brom are playing Burton away, which is already selected. Norwich are playing against Preston. Preston are involved, need them. Palace and Sheffield United, we need that game. Sunderland are involved. Swansea are involved. It looks like they've already selected all. Wigan and Cardiff, we don't need Cardiff. They're second. We don't need to worry about them. Wigan aren't in contention. We'll withdraw that game. We've got Fulham, Sunderland here. Fulham aren't playing. Sunderland were selected. So we are ready. I am so nervous. I mean, if we don't make it, it's going to be gutting. But I'm happy to continue. As I already said, please do let me know in the comments. Let me know. If I don't make it this season to Premiership, do I continue next season? I would like to continue, but would you like to see it? Let's get into the game. Come on, you Blues. Just before we start, please join me in the famous come on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on! Here we go. Oh my God, the nerves are building. Whew, come on. Are these tactical changes going to mess up today? Hopefully they're changes which will make a difference, because we have been struggling against the lower league sides who we have been expected to beat. Half time here at Griffin Park, and there has not been one bit of highlight. What a buzzkill that is. It's 0-0. We haven't really been in the game at all yet. For that reason, I'm going to go back to the original formation. It doesn't seem that's made a difference. So you might as well go back to how we should have played. It was worth a try, but at least we're 0-0 at the moment. Let's have a look at the other games at the moment. If you get updates, so as things stand at the moment at half time, we have pushed into the 6th place, the last playoff spot. If we look at the results, Crystal Palace are losing 2-0 to Sheffield United, which has pushed them out of the playoffs. Sunderland are drawing 0-0 with Charlton, but Charlton have got a man sent off, so Sunderland will be looking to win that game now. Swansea are winning 1-0 to Reading, which keeps them in the playoffs. Cardiff are losing 1-0 to Wigan, but again, that doesn't affect us. And Norwich are winning 1-0. It looks like they're going to win the league. That's gutting. That is absolutely gutting. And West Brom are also winning 3-0, so West Brom have got their cement in their place. Let's crack on with the second half. Just first, we switch this back to the original Gegenpress 4-2-3-1 wide, and let's just hope this works. Let's just put Maddison back when he's off tackles. Come on. Alright, team talk. Disappointing. I'm not happy. All look stressed. Didn't. Calmly. I have faith. Right, second half kicks off. Brentford make a change. Force on for Judge. Oh my God, this is so nerve-wracking. We cannot mess this up. Brentford with the throw on the left. It's the first highlight of the second half. Good tackle by Peters. Peters clears, tries to find Flamy, but Brentford win the ball back. Henry down the left, back to Metham. Kenlock, big boot forward. Flamy can't get there. Metham again, back to Bentley. Bentley under no pressure there. To Degenvier. Zifane to Mikikran, tries to play ball over the top, but shot and reads it and heads to Dazelle. Dazelle switches out right, great ball to Maddison. Maddison doing well recently, comes inside to Brown. Brown switches out wide to Peters. Can Peters put the ball in the box? He's come inside, Maddison's there, 1-0. Come on! 1-0 to switch. That is what we wanted. Get in, great bit of football, well done. With that goal, we are now, let's have a look, we are 6th place, 2 points clear of Palace. Palace are still losing 2-0. Sunderland also have man sent off. Sunderland Charlton. If Charlton can pull off a shock win there, that will take Sunderland out of the race. Oh my God, this is so close. Look at all these teams. 2nd place on 79 points, all the way down to 6th with 77 points. Woo-hoo! Right, let's get back to the game. Come on. Brentford have a free kick now. Emiliano, are they going to kill our buzz? Let's see. Emiliano shoots. He puts in the box side. Makocho. He's going to switch this to balance. I feel so nervous. I'm not being too careful. Right, Kenlock thrown on the left. Brown to Wellington to Zell on the edge. Oh, that was a poor ball. Intercepted, and now Brentford counter-attack. Mupai, one-on-one with Białkowski. Białkowski, get in there! Get in there! He saves it, and Ipswich clear. 8 minutes remaining. We are going to make our first substitutions. We going to bring on Noidam here for Zell. We're going to switch Noidam to deep line, playmaker, defend. We're going to just shore things up a little bit. Change this to wing backs, defence. I feel like every time I make a change here, it pisses things up. But we've got to try and hold on to this cautiously. Wellington, we're going to put on support for Lamy, 6.6. Protect Wellington off. Put Brown's doing well in the centre there. We'll bring McKendry on here. We'll drop him back to left midfield. Does he play there right? He does. McKendry on support. Madison will leave there on support. Well, this is nerve-wracking. Also bring Embers on. I forgot we need to give him some game time. Give team talk calmly. If this messes this up, then shit the bed. Play. Come on. Substitutions are made. Can we hold it out? This is desperate, desperate times. Last highlight. Seconds ticking. What will Brentford do? Please don't score like this. There goes the whistle. Come on, get in. 1-0. 1-0. Yes, Madison. Oh my God, that's such a massive, massive win. Team talk. We didn't play great, but we got to keep the buzz going. Good win, boys. They all look delighted. Bloody good job as well. Oh my God, this is intense. Whew, I've just shaved my head, so my hair can't fall out anymore. Oh God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Right, so let's take a look back at the league. So with that round of games finished, we are currently in the playoffs in 6th. Whew. We are in the playoffs in 6th. Teams below us, teams that can still get into, there's no Sunderland and Palace. So for the next game, we will look for from Cardiff down to Palace. We will keep an eye on them games and see who finishes where. I mean, as long as we win, then we definitely make the playoffs at least. I mean, there's still a possibility we can make the automatic promotion spot, which would be ridiculous. I mean, I'll be happy just to make the playoffs. But if we don't win, we've got Sunderland. So if we draw, then we'll be on 78 points, and that means that the only way we'll finish outside of the playoffs with a draw is if Palace win by 8 goals or more, which I can't see happening. This should be our year now. Let's get into the Sunderland game. Please, 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 come on. What's going on, guys? We are back and ready for the last championship game of the season. This is going to be our lineup for today. Białkowski in goal. Along defence we have Walker Peters, Watmore, Shotton and Empis. In midfield, Downs and Kane. Attack midfield, McKendry, Brown, Wellington up front for Lamy. We had a very, very disappointing injury with Marcus Maddison. He's out for the rest of the season, 4 to 5 weeks. Absolute gutting. He's been brilliant this season, scored 9 goals, set up 4, an average rating of 6.9. That's a massive improvement on his season was last year. Obviously, he joined in January, if I remember already, and he made 16 appearances, scored 1, set up 2, didn't play great. He's really come to life this year, and he's going to be a massive miss for this last game and for the playoffs if we make it. Please, please, please. So before we get into today's game, I'm just going to quickly run through the players and just praise all their conduct, praise their training and recent form, and basically get all these players' morale up to the very, very maximum we can. First 2 have not gone very well. Both have basically said, I'm getting bored of you, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying it so much now. I'm getting bored. Some of them accept it. I'm just going to quickly go through this and we'll come back for the read for the game. So with all those changes made, we have now got the players' morale looking good. Brown's little speeches didn't go very well. He's only on okay now. He apparently did not agree with a lot of things I had to say. For that reason, I thought about changing for Dozzell, but we're going to leave it as it is. Come on, Town. Please put your hands together and let's pray. So we've seen the starting lineup for Town. Sunderland start with McLaughlin in goal. They have a back five of Oviedo, Bath, Baldwin, Kone and Lige. Midfield they have Thompson and McGooch. Sawyers is attack midfield with Barbarousse and Madger up front. Here we go, the game kicks off, and as long as we win here today, then it doesn't matter what else anyone else does. If we draw, then we need to keep an eye on what Palace and Swansea get up to. It's going to be tight. Sunderland now get the first highlight here with corner of Oviedo to take. Puts it in, Wellington Carvalho is there to clear. Barbarousse back to Oviedo on the left. Press down quickly, cross it in, back post, Empis is there to clear, and that's going to be a Sunderland throw on the right hand side. Will the highlight continue? No, it will not. Come on. Right, Białkowski now, goal kick. Big boot forward to the left to Empis, passed on to Wellington, well played. Wellington across to McKendry, of course, replacing Madison today. Can McKendry find his old form? McKendry, he comes inside on his left, and he has an ambitious attempt, and it goes very, very wide. McLaughlin with a goal kick now. Big punt forward. Sean wins the header. Kane inside to Brown. Oh, Brown tried to play Empis, but Kane got in the way. Thompson to Barbarousse. Oh, that's awkward. That is mum dinner. Sawyers. Oh, plays through to Białkowski. Whew. Empis now the free kick for Town. Oh, just goes past the post. 6 minutes played. Very, very end-to-end game so far. Sunderland now the throw on the left. Lige to Thompson. Headed out. Sunderland still with the ball. Wellington clears. Falami's tracked back. There's no one up there. Bath now with the ball. Back to McLaughlin. That looks dodgy. McLaughlin forced to punt it out. Oviedo keeps it in though. Back to Bath. Bath to Thompson. Thompson Oviedo. Big punt forward. No one's there. One more heads on. Walker Peters with the ball. It's McKendry. McKendry comes inside and plays the ball across the Wellington, but it's cleared. And as far as Empis back in, but he's played it straight back to Sunderland. Oh my God, Barbarousse has got the ball in front. Oh, he's got behind the defence. He tried to chip Białkowski, but Białkowski's having none of it. Stays 0-0. We're going to change mentality to balanced. I'm feeling a bit uneasy at the moment with Sunderland's attacks. Let's see if we can soak up just a little bit. Right, Kane to Walker Peters. Walker Peters to Brown. Brown out wide to Kane. Can Kane put a ball in? Ken to Falami. He's taken down, is he? McKendry with a crack. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Jesus Christ, that was close. Corner now. Walker Peters on the right. It's in the corner. Brown on the edge. Oh, blocked and cleared. Downs to Kane. It's not over yet. Kane. Oh, what's he doing? Plays it straight to Sunderland. Sunderland clear. Oh, Jesus, that was close. Half time, and it is 0-0. We just had a shot cleared off the line. It rolled right across the line, man. It's so close. I think we've started to take control of this game. We need to put the ball in the back of the nets just to make sure, as things stand at the moment, we have made the playoffs. We are currently sitting in 4th place. Villa are losing 2-0 to Derby, which has pushed us up. Swansea, how's Swansea doing? They're losing 3-0 to Cardiff. Well, can't really better for us right now. Palace getting on, draw 0-0 with Bristol City. So, I mean, as long as things stay as we don't lose, then we'll make the playoffs. That's fantastic news. Can't see Swansea come back from 3-0 down. I can't see Villa come back from 2-0 down. As long as we don't lose this game now, we have made it. Come on. So we will start the second half remaining on balance. We seem to finish end of the half better with this mentality, so we will pick up the second half the same. Empis now the throw on the left. Wellington back to Empis. Empis is getting tired. On the edge of the Downs, we've got Kenlock to bring on. Walker Peters shoots from distance. Oh, blimey, that was close. McLaughlin had to be on his toes and he's punched it out for a corner kick. Walker Peters down the right hand side to take. Puts it in. McKendry, it's headed out. Oviedo now smashes it forward. Highlight over. Empis now, free kick on the right. Empis back post. Flying on the edge. McKendry, hey, get in there. 1-0. Conor McKendry in for the injured Madison today. Scored his 4th goal of the season. He hasn't done as well this season as he did last season, but I'm chuffed to bits he scored that goal. That goal puts us 3rd place now on 8 points. Cardiff are winning 3-0 against Swansea, so we can't expect to finish 2nd. But the playoffs look secure now unless a disaster happens. Through ball for Falami though, he can make it 2-0. He tries to chip McLaughlin and it wasn't happening, was it? Oh. Shaking now, Empus. Free kick on the left, inside, back post. So Shotton, 2nd goal of the season. Oh, get in there. Is this the year? Come on, 2-0. We're really doing well now. Keep pushing on, boys. 58 minutes played and we've made 2 substitutions. We've got Pedro Empus's match sharpness in mind. We've taken him off at Kenlock. We've also taken off Brown for Zalala, who needs some match fit sharpness. Oh, Sunderland go close there. The crossbar, that's cleared. We're still unbalanced. Again, the substitution make a difference. Brown didn't play very well today. Zalala the free kick. Oh, just over the bar. 20 minutes left, come on. 15 minutes remains. We're expecting Sunderland to come at us anytime soon now. We're going to go cautious. We are 2-0 up. Sunderland need to win this to make the playoffs. Or, do you know what I mean? So they're going to be coming at us. We're going to go cautious and see if we can counter them. Back post, Wellington's there. 3-0. That must be game, set and match now. What an end to the season this is. Come on. Wellington come in and finished. Corner kick now. Zalala on the right. Zalala whips it in. Bar heads out. Falami on the edge. Back wide to Zalala. Walker Peters. On the edge to Kane, who shoots and just goes over the bar. We are in control. Sunderland can't get a look in now. It looks like we're going to finish 3rd place. Look at Norwich, sitting top of the table. Bunch of wankers. Bielkowski now. Plays at Walker Peters. Downs. Out wide to Walker Peters. Back to Downs. Are we just time wasting now, McKendry? Zalala out wide to Peters. We're working our way forward here. Walker Peters comes back to Downs, to Zalala, to Kane, who shoots again from distance. Cool, Herbie Kane, he's really full of confidence from the goals he scored this season. 2 minutes of extra time left. Watmore to McKendry. McKendry to Zalala. Walker Peters out wide, he's found him. Walker Peters, what can he do here? Oh, he can't take his man on. Tries to put the ball in, but it's intercepted. Final whistle blows. We have won 3-0. You have no idea how relieved I am. This has been such a roller coaster season. Like the start we had, who would have thought we finished in the playoffs in the end? Told you all along, didn't I? I told you this squad dynamics were messed up. We sold all the team leaders and the highly influential players, and it's messed up squad dynamics. We've worked our way back slowly. We've been licking all the players' asses, giving them confidence, boosting their morale. They've been playing well as a result, which is then in return increasing their position in the hierarchy. That 3-0 win then puts us in the playoffs. Well, that is the end of the normal stage of the season. We have made the playoffs. We finished in 3rd place. Join us in the playoffs. West Brom, Aston Villa and Swansea. 3 massive teams. If you look at that top 6, I mean obviously I'm an Ipswich fan, so arguably I'm going to say Ipswich, they deserve to be in the Premiership. But then top 6 teams, all are big sides. Even Palace, Sunderland, Fulham. This is just how difficult this league is nowadays. I mean, look at all these sides. Even if you look down towards the bottom, like Charlton, Birmingham, Bolton, Derby. I mean, these are big sides we're talking about. Leeds mid-table. But we have made it in the playoffs and we will be playing against Swansea. So that is the end of the season. We have finished 3rd place. We have made the playoffs in our 2nd season. I'm delighted. We're on track with what I predicted in the beginning of the save. Mid-table, push for playoffs in the 1st season. We've pretty much done that. 2nd season, push for the playoffs, push promotion. We have made the playoffs. We are on track with my expectations, my goals, my targets. We've made the playoffs, 3rd place. Very unlucky not to finish 2nd really in the end. But we will play Swansea in the playoff semi-final, which does mean we are back for at least 1 more episode, possibly 2. Swansea, if we look at past meetings, if we have a look, let's just break this up a little bit. So last season we did beat Swansea, both games last season, Falami and Pennington and Dazelle and Watmore. But this year we haven't been so fortunate. We've lost 3-2 and lost 1-0. The odds you'd think will be on Swansea's favour, but with the decent end of the season we've had, 3-1 to Millwall, 1-0 Brentford, 3-0 against Son, that's a massive win. You'd think we are I don't know, are we favourites? I mean, not the bookies are saying we're favourites. I don't know, I'm not sure if that's a bit. But yeah, we will be back for the playoff semi-finals against Swansea. I'm buzzing, I hope you're buzzing. We'll be back tomorrow for this episode, and if we make it to the playoff final, I may do it the same day. Well, I'm not sure, may leave it days to build the tension, but certainly we will be back tomorrow for the playoff semi-finals against Swansea. And oh my god, we made it, come on. Cheers guys, see you later.